Have you ever been in a place so charged with energy that you could feel your heartbeat align with thousands of others? That's exactly how it felt when Kendrick Lamar's GNX 2026 tour came to our city, and trust me, no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Imagine this. The lights go out, the bass hits so hard it resonates through your chest, and suddenly the entire arena is engulfed in darkness. That moment of silence, that brief pause before the excitement, is when you realize something extraordinary is about to happen. And when I say extraordinary, I mean the kind of experience that makes you pull out your phone, hands trembling, because you know you're witnessing a momentous event and you need to capture proof that it actually took place. Welcome to Celebrity Rap Life, where the red carpets never roll up and the spotlight never fades. The rewards are legendary, because in Celebrity Rap Life, every downfall can become a comeback, and every headline tells a deeper story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next. The energy in that stadium was already insane before anything even popped off. People had been camping out for tickets, refreshing websites until their fingers went numb, dropping serious money just to be in the building. This wasn't just another concert. This was Kendrick, the poet laureate of the streets, the man who turned pain into poetry and struggle into art. Fans came from everywhere, wearing their best fits, holding up signs, screaming lyrics before the show even started. The anticipation was thick enough to cut with a knife. Everyone knew the set list would be fire. Everyone expected bars that would make you rewind your memory just to catch every layered meaning, but nobody saw what was coming, not even close. Kendrick had already run through some of his classics, the crowd going absolutely mental with every track. The production was next level, screens flashing images that told stories within stories, dancers moving like they were possessed, and Kendrick himself commanding that stage like he owned not just the venue, but the entire city. Sweat dripping, voice raw with emotion, hitting every note, every inflection, every punchline with surgical precision. This is what separates legends from everybody else, the ability to make thousands of people feel like he's speaking directly to each one of them. The mosh pits were already forming, security already earned their pay for the night, and we weren't even halfway through. Then came that moment, that specific second when everything shifted. The music cut out completely, and I'm talking dead silence in a stadium packed wall to wall with people who moments ago were screaming their lungs out. Confusion rippled through the crowd like a wave. Phones stayed up recording because even though nobody knew what was happening, everyone felt it, that tingle down your spine that tells you to pay attention. The stage went dark, except for one spotlight, and Kendrick stood there, microphone in hand, with this look on his face, half smile, half something else, like he was about to let us in on the world's best-kept secret. Y'all ready for some family business? His voice boomed through the speakers, and the crowd erupted, but it was that confused kind of eruption, the kind where people are hyped but don't quite know why yet. Family business could mean anything when you're talking about Kendrick. The man's catalog runs deep, his collaborations are legendary, and the word family in hip-hop carries weight, real weight. Was he about to bring out someone from TDE? Was this some surprise track nobody heard yet? The speculation lasted maybe 5 seconds before the beat dropped. And it wasn't just any beat. It was that unmistakable, bone-rattling, earth-shaking intro to Family Ties, the track that made headlines, broke the internet, and reminded everyone why Kendrick and Baby Keem together was a problem for anybody else trying to compete. The crowd recognized it instantly, that collective gasp of recognition that turned into a roar so loud it probably registered on seismic monitors across the state. But here's the thing, Kendrick started the verse alone, and people were already losing it, because even just hearing him perform it live was enough to make the ticket price worth every penny. But then, right when the verse was supposed to switch, right at that perfect moment, another figure emerged from the smoke and darkness at the back of the stage. Baby Keem walked out like he owned the place, and the stadium absolutely lost whatever composure it had left. This wasn't announced, wasn't teased on social media, wasn't hinted at in any interview or promo material. This was pure, unfiltered surprise, the kind that makes your jaw drop and your brain scramble to process what your eyes are seeing. Keem had that swagger, that confidence that only comes from knowing you're about to murder a stage in front of tens of thousands of people. The two of them locked eyes, and you could see it. That family connection, that mutual respect, that chemistry that made family ties hit different in the first place. The energy in that building reached a level that's hard to describe if you weren't there. Imagine every person in that stadium hitting peak excitement at the exact same moment. All that collective energy focused on two artists who were about to prove why they're talked about in reverent tones. Keem grabbed his mic, and when he came in with his verse, the place erupted into absolute chaos. People were jumping, screaming, crowd surfing, throwing up hand signs, recording, crying, doing it all at once. Security looked overwhelmed, but even they were caught up in it, bobbing their heads, trying to maintain order while clearly wanting to join the madness. What made it even crazier was how they fed off each other's energy. This wasn't two artists just sharing a stage. This was family, real family, showing the world what happens when blood and talent mix. Kendrick would spit a bar, Keem would answer back, and they'd go back and forth like they were having a conversation that the rest of us were privileged to witness. The crowd knew every word, rapping along so loud that at points you couldn't even hear the actual performers, just this massive choir of voices all locked into the same rhythm, the same energy, the same moment in time. The visuals on the screens behind them were insane too, flashing images that complemented every bar, every beat switch, every moment of intensity. Fire, cityscapes, abstract art that seemed to pulse with the music, faces from the past and present, all blending together to create this immersive experience that hit all your senses at once. The lights strobed in perfect sync, lasers cut through the smoke-filled air, and the bass was so heavy you could feel it vibrating through your entire body. This wasn't just a performance, this was an experience, the kind of thing people would talk about for years, the kind of moment that defines what live music is supposed to feel like. But here's what really got people, what made this moment transcend just being a dope concert moment and turned it into something deeper. You could see the genuine love between them, the way Kendrick looked at Keem with pride, the way Keem performed like he had something to prove not to the crowd, but to his cousin standing next to him. Family Ties ain't just a song title, it's real life playing out on stage. In a genre where beef and competition often overshadow collaboration, where egos clash and relationships fracture, seeing this pure celebration of family and shared success hit different. It reminded everyone watching that before all the fame, the awards, the critical acclaim, there was just two people who believed in each other. The performance built to this crescendo that felt like the whole building might lift off the ground. Every person in that stadium was united in this singular experience. Barriers between strangers dissolved in shared excitement. The mosh pits intensified. People were literally climbing on each other's shoulders, phones held high, capturing footage that would flood social media for days. Some people had tears streaming down their faces, overwhelmed by the raw emotion and energy. Others just stood frozen, trying to absorb every second, knowing they were witnessing something special. When the song finally ended, when that last beat hit, and the two of them stood there breathing hard, arms around each other, the applause and screaming didn't stop. It went on and on, wave after wave of appreciation and amazement washing over the stage. Kendrick and Keem stood there taking it in, acknowledging the crowd, pointing to different sections, clearly feeling the love being sent their way. The moment stretched out, nobody wanting it to end, everyone wanting to live in that feeling just a little bit longer. Social media exploded immediately. People who were at the show posting shaky footage with captions full of exclamation points and caps lock. People who weren't there feeling serious FOMO, trying to piece together what happened from the dozens of different angles being uploaded every second. Within minutes, it was trending worldwide. Piece pieces being drafted, reaction videos being filmed, everyone wanting to be part of the conversation. The clips spread like wildfire, reaching people who didn't even know there was a show happening, pulling them into the excitement retroactively. This is what separates good shows from legendary ones. It's not just about hitting your marks and performing the songs people paid to hear. It's about creating moments that transcend the music itself, that become part of cultural memory, that people reference years later when they talk about the greatest concerts they ever attended. Kendrick understood this, always has, and bringing out Baby Keem wasn't just a cool surprise, it was a statement about what matters, about lifting up family, about sharing the spotlight instead of hoarding it. The rest of the show continued at that elevated level, the crowd still buzzing from what they just witnessed. Every subsequent song felt supercharged, like that one moment had unlocked a new level of energy that carried through to the final encore. People left that stadium hoarse from screaming, exhausted from jumping and moving, phones filled with videos and pictures, hearts full from experiencing something genuinely special. The conversations in the parking lots, on the trains, in the group chats lasted for hours. Everyone processing what they'd seen, sharing their favorite moments, already planning to catch another show if the tour came back around. That's the power of live music when it's done right, when artists care enough to go beyond expectations and give fans something they'll never forget. Kendrick Lamar summoning Baby Keem for Family Ties at the GNX 2026 tour wasn't just a performance, it was a cultural moment, a reminder of why we pack into stadiums and lose our voices and spend money we probably shouldn't spend. Because sometimes, just sometimes, you get to be part of something bigger than yourself, something that makes you feel alive and connected, and part of a community all experiencing the same incredible thing at the same exact time. And when the stadium went into absolute chaos that night, it wasn't just noise, it was celebration, it was appreciation, it was pure, unfiltered joy at witnessing greatness. That's the kind of moment that stays with you forever. This story is far from over, and the truth is still unfolding. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the next twist, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next.